So, okay, I don't know why. Hmm. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna turn off the game. I want to make sure that's the game and not the actual capture card. Okay, it is the game. Give me a second. Okay, I don't know what's causing that. Let's see if it's in the game itself. It might just be the game select. Yeah, okay, it looks like it's just the game select. Hopefully. Oh god, is this... I forget this runs at the original resolution. Because that's definitely the original resolution for, like, the old Insomniac logo. Okay, good. So, we are finally here. Oh my god, this has been a nightmare of a project to get started. I've told this story a couple times on stream, but this is the full time I'm explaining it here on YouTube, for the YouTube side. For those who are not aware of the saga of me trying to stream Ratchet and Clank, I first said I wanted to stream Ratchet and Clank back during Kingdom Hearts 3. The sequence of events that went from there. My original PS3 that I had, me and my family got specifically to play Tools of Destruction, which was Ratchet and Clank, died. The hard drive was dead. There was a bunch of shit wrong with it. It was just impossible to fix. So I put this project on the back burner. Years down the line, eventually we get to actually this year, where they announced Ratchet and Clank Rifts Apart. The latest game in the franchise is coming to Steam. I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I should stream Ratchet and Clank. So I bought a new PS3, or refurbished PS3 off of Amazon. I'm like, I'm gonna play this. It's gonna be great. The first thing I'm gonna stream from is Dynasty Warriors Gonna Reborn as a stress test. It's gonna be great. I believe I announced it during was either Soul Hackers or Battle Network that I was gonna be doing this. And then it was dead on arrival. So I have that, or I have to return that. And I just hit, I broke. I hit, fuck it. Drove to the same place I took my other one for repairs. I'm like, do you have a PS3? They had two. One was more expensive. It's like the first generation. I went with that because, fun fact, the first generation is backwards compatible to PS2 and PS1. So I have a huge library of games, of classic games that have just opened up. But we are starting with goddamn Ratchet and Clank, going from Ratchet and Clank going Commando, Ratchet and Clank up your arsenal. I can actually stream Deadlocked. I haven't decided if I'm doing Deadlocked yet, but now that is an option. We might stream Deadlocked. I'll see how I feel when we get to it. I know, I'm so happy. But then we're also going to do Tools of Destruction, Quest for Booty, Crack in Time, and Into the Nexus. And once it drops on Steam, we're playing Rifts Apart. We are covering the entirety. I've said this before. I have problems with Sony as a company. I have no problems with Insomniac. Ratchet and Clank is fucking amazing. I love this franchise. With that, let's get started. This is a project I've been so excited to share with people. Planet Velden. This is one of the first games I had on a PS2. Actually, this is one of the reasons I got a PS2. I played this at a friend's house and I loved it.
Attach robotic ignition system. Thank you for using help desk technology.
But yeah, this project has been fucking cursed. I'm so excited though that it's finally off the ground. Ah, the error. There he is! There is our man! Ah. This is the start of an adventure that is going to be amazing. You know, Clank always looked so... I'll be honest. For 2002 graphics and models, Clank in particular always looks good. Like, his model has aged. I'll be honest. Most of the models of Ratchet and Clank have aged amazingly because they went for style over realism. Like, the actual style for all this stands out so well. Like, from the robots, the aliens, Ratchet himself. Ratchet's silhouette stands out, and I always will bring up Ratchet and Clank. There are 3 games I bring up when I talk about, like, my opinions on modern-day Sony. It is Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, and Sly Cooper. Ratchet and Clank is the only one of those 3 still going today. Oh god, I gotta get used to these controls.
Welcome to Gadgetron Help Desk. We are here to offer you advice during your interplanetary travels. The Help Desk is a new service provided by Gadgetron Corporation.
Oh, those are slippery camera controls. Okay, bomb glove. Okay, that's all I got. I got bomb glove. Okay. Let me do some quick little catch-up for people who've never played Ratchet and Clank, because I'm going to assume there are a few. Ratchet and Clank 1 is a 2002 game, so a lot of its design elements today might be considered bad, but at the time they were top of the line. Here we have Ratchet. Ratchet is very agile. You have a variety of weapons you're going to be picking up over the course of the game, and your main weapon is your Omni Wrench. You press square to swing it, which, god, that's so weird saying, because I've never streamed a PlayStation game before today.
You can interrupt help desk messages.
If you press R1, he'll enter a crouching state, which it has its other uses later, but you can also throw the wrench to attract bolts and other little goodies. Bolts are currency. And you have a double jump, because what game would it be without a double jump? You know, if you want to hear some blasts from the past, though, of games on the list that I now have access to streaming. Hold on. I'm going to pause really quick. I'm going to grab something. You can't really hear it, but what... hold on. What I am smacking is my blue book. I have a blue hard book here of PS2 and PS1 games. These are all the games I played growing up. I'm going to share some of the list of some of the more interesting ones. We've got the Bionicle Mask of Light game. I've got Entirety of Kingdom Hearts, but we've already covered that. I've got old copies of the original Jak and Daxter trilogy, Jak X Combat Racing, which I'm adding to that list for when we do Jak. We've got various Mega Man titles. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the original. I am thinking of streaming that just because I've said things about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and I kind of want to just play the original to share with people my thoughts. We got various Digimon. I got the Power Rangers 15th anniversary video game, which I might stream that just because I have a love for Power Rangers. I said Ratchet and Clank Deadlocked, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, some of the one Ratchet and Clank game and Jak and Daxter game that both companies refuse to acknowledge. The original Sonic Heroes. Castlevania Lament of Innocence, which that is now also on the list for games to stream. And Justice League Heroes, which is a Diablo style game with Justice League characters that I might stream also. I said, with this console being able to play PS2 games, a whole library opened up. This is why I like having backwards compatibility, because, oh my god, I have a goddamn collection of video games. And a lot of them I want to stream. I will say, if you play, because last Ratchet and Clank game I played was Into the Nexus, and those controls are smooth. Into the Nexus and Crack in Time have amazing controls. Going back to this control scheme, oh my god, it's throwing me off. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank here doesn't play as smoothly as the later titles, but it's still amazing. Oh yeah, no. That was the other thing. Like I said, this is a Gen 1 PS3. Like, to anyone who doesn't know, the PS3 on release could play every game. But then the later versions of the PS3, they got rid of the PS2 architecture, but kept the PS1. Which, granted, didn't bother me as much, just because, you know, I already had the games I would want to play on the PS2. A lot of the major ones that already received ports, like Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, and Sly Cooper. Which, despite me saying I love Sly Cooper, I borrowed Sly 2 from a friend and beat it. God, I had so much fun with that game. I never owned a copy myself. I have fixed that. I have a copy coming in tomorrow. I also might need to buy a new copy of Crack in Time. But yeah, no. It had issues, but you know what? Honestly, I disagree heavily with Sony with getting rid of the PS2 backwards compatibility. PS2 just had such a prestigious line of video games. There were so many famous titles, and so many of them are ignored nowadays. As I said, Jak and Daxter has not had a new game in God knows how long. Here we go.
You're quite handy with your wrench.
You bet. I built that ship with it.
Currently, I'm in search of someone who could be of assistance in saving the solar system. Do you know where I might find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week. Other than that, no. Hey, what's with all this save the solar system stuff anyway?
God, I'm just not used to these voices again.
My race, the Blog, have a small problem. Our planet has become so polluted, overpopulated, and poisonous that we are no longer able to dwell here. But I, Chairman Drek, have a solution. We are constructing a pristine new world using the choicest planetary components available. So, what does this mean to you, you might ask? Using highly sophisticated technology, which you couldn't possibly understand, we will be extracting a large portion of your planet and adding it to our new one. Unfortunately, this change in mass will cause your planet to spin out of control and drift into the sun, where it will explode into a flaming ball of gas. But, of course, sacrifices must be made.
Sacrifices must be made.
Thank you for your cooperation. And if you don't...
That is true. That is very true.
Sniveling, snot-nosed populations, form a line behind me and kiss my... We're still on? Well, turn it off, you idiot!
Okay, sorry about saying I love Ratchet and Clank. It's the villains.
Planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Quark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot, I might be able to gather further information there.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing a crucial component of the ship.
The robotic ignition system.
How did you know that?
I, sir, happen to be equipped with the latest in robotic ignition systems. My programming allows me to start any ship I choose.
So, I agree to take you to this, wherever it is, And you get my ship started for me?
That is what I'm proposing.
Let's go.
Deal.
Partnership is made.
This could be a problem. Take care of it.
Oh, this is great! So that's where I've been stuck this whole time.
Please return your appendages to the steering mechanism, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, you can stop calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
My serial number is V54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.